Hey everyone, this is P4L. In today's P4L review, we'll be taking a quick look at a couple of different things from GCI Toys, and that stands for Guild of Concoctionist Intent, which I don't know what made them think that was a great name, but I'm glad they shortened it to GCI Toys. But we're going to look at a couple of things, so they just sent me kind of a grab bag of different things they wanted me to review, as well as Mightron, DX9's Mightron, because they wanted me to actually focus on these shin pieces. So, first things first, let's go ahead and talk about the different minor accessories that they sell on their site. And this little Crimzy guy comes in a multitude of colors. I don't know. I think they're all molded in different types of plastics, not like 3D printer or something like that. They're quite nicely done. They are a little bit rough around the edges and everything like that, but kind of what you would expect from a garage kit, right? A little bit of cleaning and this guy will be good as new. I wish they sent me a yellow one, but they're cheap. They wanted to give me the one that they probably don't sell that well. GCI Toys, you can see them at GCI Toys. This is a nice little card, and this is a little preview of their I think Gulper is what they're calling it. Their version of the IDW Guzzle, yeah, I think that's who it is. Other things that they sent me are their version of these translucent drift swords. This is actually a reject, but they wanted to send me it to show you guys what it would look like. The final version would actually look a little bit cleaner. I think this is not even in stock right now, just because it's been pretty popular. But it's a nice softer plastic, which is kind of nice, but I wish it was a little bit harder in terms of overall feel, because it does look like it can tend to warp just because how soft the plastic is. Really nicely molded. I think it's just a remold of that drift sword from a while back. They also sent a couple of, again, these are rejects, so you would expect the final to be much higher quality, but these Energon cubes that come in kind of two different offerings, this translucent pink, which is kind of opaque, and this actual very clear translucent purple. These kind of remind me of the ones that came with Fans Toys offerings. They're bugs. And then these are the ones that kind of remind me of the offering from Bad Cube's bugs, which is kind of ironic, right? But they're quite nice. These are rejects, because I think mostly because they're not perfectly square. You can tell that they're a little off. But by and large, these are really kind of nice looking. I like them. Really nice, hard, molded plastic. If the final versions, or the ones that they actually don't reject, are a little bit more perfect in terms of dimensions, I definitely think they're worth picking up a couple sets. And I think they sell them in sets of 3. The translucent ones, again, I think it depends on what version of Energon cubes you're kind of looking for. I think I prefer the pink opaque ones, but it's really up to you. So the main review for this is going to be Mightron's upgrade kits. So Mightron, being one of the third-party offerings for a masterpiece Megatron, has been quite popular, and I think one of the biggest complaints is his kind of odd-looking shins, right? So not only are the shins kind of oddly looking, they're not very iconic in terms of the curved handgun look, but they also feature these ugly lines, and you can see the pin here, the slots for the pins, tabs, I mean not tabs, they're peg holes and pegs, and they also kind of show where the ankle is, so it's kind of off-putting, right? Everybody liked kind of the upper body of Mightron, save for the backpack, and they all kind of like the lower body of Make Toys Despotron. And so one of the biggest complaints is, is there anything we can do to improve the look of the legs? So GCI, I think ATP Designs actually designed this for them, and they are offering a molded plastic solution, and it's very simple. It's just these two pieces that make use of the existing ports and pegs to snap on, and then they even have a little cutout piece for this weird piece here that was, I guess, supposed to mimic kind of the curvature of the kneecap, but didn't do a very good job. And these do come in 2 different colors. They only sent me the black ones, but as you would expect, you just use the ones with the holes and use the pegs that exist for the right leg, and then you use the pegs on here with the holes that exist on the left leg, so you can't get them mixed up. You just peg them in. And they do a really good job of, kind of filling that need for a more G1 looking, more accurate shin piece, right? A couple of things that I think I would have liked is if they covered up at least this side so you don't see this on the outside. On the inside, I mean, the inside of the legs are usually pretty messy, so I wouldn't mind keeping this exposed. But if they made it a little bit thicker and covered up the outside of this, I think that'd be a little bit better. And I personally like the gray offering that they have, which would kind of go in line with what they have here on the original toy. And it would break up the overall too much black I think I see here in this color. But if you have Mightron and you like him, but don't like his lower body, I think this is a really cheap and, well-designed solution for that. There's not really much to it, but I think it's something that people are asking for, and it's actually pretty well designed. The only other thing I would say is because of the way it's designed, it does come over the kneecap, which is a little bit jarring when you look at it from certain angles, but overall I think it's not too bad. So again, my suggestion would be to thicken it up and cover up this outside piece a bit, and then I would say go with the gray one. But that's just me. Either way, I think you'll be pretty satisfied with the solution. It's not like a 3D print. The plastic quality is actually quite good. It's quite stiff and quite smooth overall. I mean, it's not injection molded, I don't think, but overall, pretty well done. Alright, so that's the review for the GCI shins for DX9 Mightron, as well as their variety of Energon cubes. Their Crimzique. I don't know what they're actually calling it. Oops, sorry. And then their Drift Sword. Their translucent Drift Swords. You can get all of these at GCItoys.com. Alright, thanks a lot everyone. Hope you have a good one.